Some of the most beautiful paths and new ideas and things come forward when you decide to keep showing up for them, even when you can't see the way forward clearly. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Hello, friend, and welcome to Intuition Unlocked and another Intuition Keys episode. In these are timeless channeled messages I receive specifically for our podcast community. I call them Intuition Keys because each one holds a key to unlock something meaningful within you, whether it's greater clarity, deeper alignment, or a renewed trust in your intuitive path. And before we dive in, I want to share a quick note. If you tuned in last week, you may have noticed we missed our usual Wednesday episode, and I truly apologize for this interruption. There was a few factors that came into play, mainly that I was in Fiji with Steven, my husband, finally taking our honeymoon 8 years later. And while it was so beautiful and needed and a long-awaited trip, the Wi-Fi connection was not strong enough to get online and to get an episode uploaded in time. So I decided to just let that be. It was out of my control, and that episode will come out next week as usual. So thank you so much for understanding. I know that life can happen and we flow with it. So note that now we are back on track with our usual rhythm. So back to this episode. As we move into our messages, remember that these episodes aren't bound by time. Whether you're listening today or months from now, trust that you've arrived here for a reason. If you've pressed play, know there's something probably here for you in this moment. And as you listen, let your own intuition come forward. Notice what resonates to you, what stirs something within, and gently release anything that doesn't. These messages speak energetically, and know you'll receive them best when you let go and listen with an open body and heart. So let's begin. The main message and energy of this time for you right now is a remembrance. There is this energy moving towards you now that brings clarity through remembrance. There's a soul deep memory of what you once knew as a child, which was your innate connection to life, spirit, nature, and truth. There is the joy of play, the ease of laughter, and the wild curiosity you felt toward the world. For many of you, these parts have dulled with time, simply because that's the nature of our society. We're asked to grow up, we're asked to move on, to let some of those aspects be gone in order to be more professional and quote-unquote together. And right now, you may be feeling a bit stuck and stagnant, but also feeling some growth and transformation happening, which is a strange duality. So this message comes to remind you that your life is magnificent no matter what you're living, and you are here to live in awe and curiosity and play. And remember the bigger truth. This remembrance isn't about going backward or becoming someone you once were. It's about retrieving parts of yourself that are still alive, still waiting for your attention and love. The wonder, the sense of presence, the belief that anything is possible. Well, those qualities are the keys to unlocking joy and deeper soul alignment right now, especially as you're moving through this duality of feelings and energy. So let this message come forward and land like a soft breeze, clearing away anything that feels stagnant. So if you're feeling stagnant, the key is to turn on your curiosity. What sparks your interest? What brings you back to wonder? And let your inner child lead. Because while this doesn't erase the reality of your current state, it invites you to see this moment as just one of many, one breath in a lifetime of millions. So reconnect with the essence of who you are and who you're always becoming, and let this remembrance come forward to you how it's meant to. And here are 4 more messages that are here to support you and build on this main energy and message. Message 1, sickly sweet. This message carries a subtle imbalance. There's definitely sweetness here, but it's become too much, almost sickly. And what I really received was you may be projecting an image of having it all together and energetically showering others with positivity and perfection, while underneath there's some inner discomfort or depletion. There's this mistruth that's actually happening from between what you're presenting forward and what's going on internally. And it definitely may feel easier to be the one who's always okay, or the one others lean on, or the one who keeps it light and breezy. But being able to truly support others and support yourself in a balanced way starts with living your truth. And often, the sweetness you may be extending to others is the very sweetness you're starving for within. So if this message feels familiar, know it's not a judgment. It's an invitation to give yourself permission to feel what's real without guilt or need to explain, to soften and rest, to ask for help, and to allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling without having to project something different outside of it. This overcompensation is really masking a deeper need for rest, authenticity, or even grief, I feel. And it's showing up as this unsustainable performance. It might feel good in the moment to be showing this off and embodying it, but you're being lovingly asked to pause and look at where you might be hiding behind this sweetness instead of really sharing or just embodying your truth. When you can do that, even if you have feelings that are hard, it can bring a sense of peace and ease to yourself that you're not also fighting against your own current. I often find that when you stop and you meet yourself and you heal what you've been avoiding, your energy can soften into this genuine balanced radiance and place. And it's one that nourishes rather than drains. And it's not a mask you have to put on. You just embody and live it. So notice if there's any sweetness that has turned sickly and let yourself tend to it. See what's there. Message 2, heart expansion. The energy of the season is centered in your heart. I feel it so deeply and strongly. Our planet itself is undergoing a collective heart expansion as well. And you, as a sensitive, empathic being, are on the leading edge of it. And this may come with feelings of being stretched emotionally, energetically, and even physically. But this is because your heart is growing to hold more light, more love, more truth. And you're being called to tend to this with space and intention. I see that practices like meditation, breath work, yoga, qigong, all these ones that connect your breath to your body, that quiet your mind, are going to help you regulate your nervous system and strengthen your capacity to hold. And that's what's really being asked of you. You also might notice more vivid dreams or your emotional sensitivity being even more expansive and or a feeling of full in your chest, like it's warm and you can sense it and there's just more weightiness to it, not in a bad way, but just there's a presence there. This is your heart recalibrating and coming online more. So let these be signs that you're not behind, you're actually right where you need to be. The heart is a wise oracle, and its voice and its energy is going to grow louder, especially when you have some stillness and you tend to it. And the heart has its own electrical field. So when you're in the space of others, often your heart fields are either connecting and can become regulated with one another. You see this a lot with families or a mother and the baby. That heart coherence comes and you connect deeply and your heart sync up and it resets the body in that way. But there's also times where it can cause dysregulation, especially if someone is very opposite your own frequency or is heavy and emotional, right? As an empath or sensitive, you know what that feels like when you're around someone like that. So know that your field and your vibration is affecting others. Others are affecting you, but you're being asked to hold the higher frequency, allowing it to guide you, and it will affect others as you walk into a room, as you go about your day. It's going to help support this elevation, this expansion of this heart energy and frequency. And what came forward was Joe Dispenza's work, especially his book, Becoming Supernatural. He offers a powerful lens into this next evolution of human potential, all centered around the heart and homeostasis. And it's a fascinating read, and his work is creating many miracles around what the body is capable of. So I recommend, if that's interesting to you, to check him out. Message 3, creatorship rising. Here I was given the image of a beautiful phoenix, and also the knowing that you are stepping into the creator archetype. This is one of transformation, power, strength, and bold direction. You've done the work, you laid the foundation, and now you're being asked to lead and step forward. And there was a rebirth that had to happen for you to get to this place. There was a falling apart, a going to the ashes to be reborn, but the phoenix has risen. You are ready and you are here. And this archetype brings confidence, creativity, leadership, aligned action, and purpose for you. You are being called to be the one to set things in motion. Whether in your family, your relationships, your work, or your own personal journey, you are in the driver's seat. And if others feel unsure or directionless around you, know that your grounded presence is what is going to bring clarity, and your willingness to say, hey, I have this idea. This is where I see us going. It's about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and allowing your truth to come forward. And there is not more clarity to be had with this one. So you have what you need. You kind of know what direction you're wanting to head into, yet you haven't taken the action or pushed forward to do so. So this is about knowing there's no more clarity. There is just action. And you've earned this role of leadership and taking this action and making these decisions because you've been so resilient and self-aware and connected. And if you've been waiting for a sign or more clarity, know that this is it. You are ready. Just begin with one decision, one clear movement forward, because that's all it takes to begin momentum. And this energy might feel a little masculine at times, more directive, decisive, strong, but know that it's going to be balanced by your feminine gifts of intuition, compassion, and grace. So trust yourself. Allow yourself to listen and make decisions and adjust as you need. Because the time for waiting is over. It's time to take some action, and you're more than ready. So embody this creator archetype and see where it leads you. Message 4 and the last message: nothing is impossible. The collective right now has a lot of fear, uncertainty, and pause energy. And this brings to us and you this fight, flight, freeze feeling. So you might be second-guessing plans or wondering if it's safe to move forward. Yet Spirit wants you to know that nothing is impossible. It's not the time to halt or freeze or worry. It's actually a time to ground, breathe, and keep going. What can really help right now when you're feeling that flight, fight, freeze is to move your body, to use movement to shift that stagnation out and shift your energy. It can be anything. Any type of movement that you feel called to, it's going to help release this freeze response and bring you back into this flow, which you're being asked to step back into. And remember that dreams often arise when conditions are uncertain in life. Some of the most beautiful paths and new ideas and things come forward when you decide to keep showing up for them, even when you can't see the way forward clearly. Spirit is not asking you to have every answer, only to keep going with faith in your vision and the unseen support all around you. Let hope be your quiet rebellion in this time, and let trust be your choice today, because there is still possibility and beauty and life to be lived and dreams to pursue, even though collectively we are moving through and feeling this heaviness. And you don't step into this from a space of turning a blind eye or not looking at the reality of what is going on in the world, but it's about focusing on what is within your control, your energy, your day-to-day, your perspective, your actions, how you help others. So use that control and your abilities to shape the life you're here to create, and know that that will also help others be able to do that in their own ways as well. Today's intuition keys offer gentle but powerful themes, those of remembrance, release, rising, and reclaiming. You're being asked to remember your essence, release the masks, and rise in your personal power so you can reclaim your ability to create, to feel, and to believe. So take what resonated with you today and begin to live it. Let curiosity guide you and tune into your heart's wisdom. If you get stuck, move your body, move your energy, and find your flow. And remind yourself that nothing is out of reach or impossible. If this episode stirred something within you, please share it with a friend who might need these messages too. And if you haven't already, follow the show so you never miss an episode. Thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself. Your presence truly matters, and I look forward to connecting next time. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.